Alrighty, let's talk about this protein pasta mac and cheese flavor. This was sent over to me by the brand, actually. And what I have in my hand here is actually a powerhouse. We're gonna break it down together. I'm gonna do one of them together so we can do it online. The directions as how to have this because I have to put it in the microwave. So I want that to be in the microwave while I'm telling you about it. So first, remove the lid. So we're gonna remove the lid off it, and I guess I'm gonna open it up. This thing to start off, you say it has 47 grams of protein, and that's just absolutely, I don't think I've ever seen one product has 47 grams of protein, but I'm going to tell you how they come up with this being 47 grams of protein and then with just 290 calories. Just think about that from a nutritional perspective. 290 calories with 47 grams of protein. Whatever they got in here is huge. All right. So this is what it looks like. So I guess this is the cheese, and then this is the macaroni. There's a little white powder in here. I'm not sure what that is, but I guess it's one of the ingredients. But I know you have mac and cheese, T-bone steak, egg, regular mac and cheese. Alrighty, so the directions on this one, let's go. So add room temperature water to fill inside the cup. Alright, so I'm gonna add the room temperature water. When should I add the cheese? Oh, cheese is way down the road. Alrighty. So I have some water here, right off the bat. And then we're gonna add it. I guess just to cover it. Hopefully I'm not adding too much. It didn't say how much water to add in there. So I just had enough to. And then it says stir that. Okay. Alright, when we stir it, what's the next step? We're gonna microwave uncovered and high for 3.5 minutes. So while it's doing that, I'm gonna break down, like I said to you, how this 1 cup of mac and cheese protein pasta happened to have 47 grams in there. I'm wondering if I should put more water in it. I'm not gonna put in. I just put enough water in it just to cover it. All right, so we're gonna microwave this for 3.5 minutes, let's say. All right. So while that is going, I did do a little bit of research just to break down, especially the macros or the nutrition facts. So the nutrition facts are that it has 290 worth of calories, like I point out, 47 grams of protein, 19 grams of carb, 10 grams of fiber, net carb 7 grams, and fat 6 grams. So if you're somebody who's into, whether it be bodybuilding or just an athlete who want to prioritize protein, this little cup right here would just be perfect. So it says the equivalent, so the very high protein is equivalent to about 7 worth of eggs. So imagine 7 eggs in this 1 cup. That's just amazing. All right, so that's why I say 40 grams for only 290 calories. All right, high fiber, 10 grams of fiber. And then the convenience of this is basically for somebody who travels. If you want to have a quick snack, if you're short on your protein intake for the day, I could see somebody incorporated this. If you're somebody who is trying to, let's say, lose fat while maintaining muscle, you need that protein to maintain the muscle, I would say this is for somebody as well. So you would have a high protein while having carbs in the middle there, there's some little bit of fats in the middle there while being in a calorie deficit, maybe. So this flavor is the mac and cheese flavor. What else can I tell you about it? It's gluten free, and then he has a bunch of ingredients in there, which is amazing. There's something else. So what also makes up the 47 grams? So there's milk protein, casein, whey protein isolate, milk protein concentrated. So in this cup is just loaded with, so whatever Legendary Foods did, they figured out a way, how can we pack as much protein as possible into a cup like this? And that's what they did. And it's just amazing. I'm still blown away by it. All right, let's check on this. It's a 45. I'm gonna stop it anyways. Oh, it's actually cooking. All right, let's give it let's actually finish it. So it's cooking there. And then after it's cooked, so microwave for 3 minutes, at 30 seconds for desirable lower wattage microwaves. All right, we're gonna stop it at 3 minutes. We're not even gonna do 3.5 minutes. I don't think we have to do 3.5 minutes. All right, so it's a stir, put on lid and let it stand for 3 minutes. So after it gets out here, we're gonna have to let it stay for 3 minutes. So I think this meal roughly is probably gonna take you 10 minutes to prepare probably. All right, so that's our 3-minute mark. This is what it looks like. Oh, it's thick. It did say we're supposed to stir it up. Okay. It smells good actually. So I don't know if you could see in there. So that's what it looked like. Oh, this is hot, so be careful when you're doing it. All right, so we're gonna stir it up. So we're supposed to stir it, and let it stand for 3 minutes. You're supposed to put the lid on. So I'm gonna put the lid on, and it said it's supposed to stand for 3 minutes. So I'm gonna have to cut some of the edit out while that is going on. So let it stay there for 3 minutes, and I guess after we're gonna add the cheese. All right, so alrighty. So one thing I remember saying, I'm not sure how much water put in it, but there's actually a fill line inside of the cup. There's like some indent in there where it indicates how much water you're supposed to put in there. So I went back and read the instructions, and that I wasn't too far off, and that's I ended up putting a little bit more water and put it back in the microwave for about another 15 or I think 15 seconds. Alrighty, so now we're gonna add the cheese in there. So I already have the cheese open. All right, probably just gonna add a little by little and give it a stir. So technically you're making macaroni and cheese, and it does smell good. I haven't made macaroni and cheese in a long time. Ooh, yeah, this is like real macaroni and cheese, except this is a protein macaroni and cheese. I've never had something like this, but I'm somebody that prioritizes protein as well. It's obviously for the muscles. Alrighty, so I'm just stirring it out, and you can see, hope you can see how rich that is looking. Oh, this is amazing, and it smells really good as well. So like for a quick snack, let's say you're traveling in a hotel room, you could easily do this. If you're at the gym, if you want to catch up on your protein, I see this as a catch up protein snack, a snack protein. I wouldn't necessarily use this to say this is what I'm gonna take to get my protein in or get my main protein in. So after it says stir and put the lid on for 3 minutes, we did as I said, add cheese powder, stir until well mixed, allow it to cool or thicken for 2 minutes. All right, and that's basically it. So you can have it now like this, or you can let it sit for 2 minutes until it thicken to your desire. I'm actually gonna do a taste test right now to see. Tastes like macaroni and cheese. I think the macaroni could have cooked some more, because I did do 3 minutes and the recommended time is for you to do it at 3.5 minutes. But it's still eatable. Tastes like macaroni and cheese. So a couple of things that I would point out. Make sure you do the recommended time. Do the 3.5 minutes for sure. And watch that fill line. It says the fill line. So the fill line is in there. I think those were two of my ways that I was off a little bit. But this tastes amazing. It tastes like macaroni and cheese. But not only are you having macaroni and cheese, you are having 47 grams of protein. That's more than a scoop of protein powder. Like it says, this is 7 eggs in one thing. So you have the macaroni and cheese, the T-bone steak, the egg, regular mac and cheese. This is a powerhouse protein meal. So if you're somebody that prioritizes protein, this is definitely going to be a recommendation for you. Look how rich that is. I definitely could see myself snacking on this. Days where I'm low on protein, could definitely whip this up in 10 minutes and have a go. So yeah, I'm definitely going to recommend it.